Okay, so this man named Yehuda Ferris of Chabad of the East Bay been uh, running a synagogue for 45 years in Berkeley. So a man became so a man that worked for Yehuda Ferris and his wife for like 30 years. He cleaned the mikveh for 25 years and worked for them in the winter when his housing work was problematic because of the rainy season. So the man comes down with terminal cancer in 2014. The man has 3 siblings. They're all in their 60s. They're dirt poor. They're the definition of utter extreme poverty. They're Jewish. They're in their 60s. One of them a senior citizen. So the man, before he died, he wrote an irrevocable trust. He said, I'm going to make Yehuda Ferris the trustee of my trust, and I'm going to get this guy, William John Rogers, to be the attorney to write the trust. And I'm going to give my 3 siblings 25% of my half of a $2 million house in Berkeley on 1810 Grant Street. That's a $2 million house down the street from Trader Joe's. So give my 3 siblings 25% of my half of the house. That's $250,000 in real estate in the prime location in Berkeley. And then Yehuda Ferris comes up with another trust 4 months before the man dies when he's in a liver coma. He just spent 150 days in the hospital, over 7 hospitalizations for end-stage cancer, liver coma. He was never cured of the liver coma. He died in a liver coma. But 4 months before he died, supposedly he wrote a new trust. But Yehuda Ferris didn't even follow that trust. Neither did his lawyer who wrote the trust. So the man wrote the trust, William John Rogers out of Petaluma, wrote the trust. Yehuda Ferris, as trustee, hires him as the attorney to represent the trust. And 5 years later, the siblings got nothing. They were supposed to get a lien on the property with interest until paid in full, $90,000 to split 3 ways. 5 years later, that's $150,000. What happened instead? Yehuda Ferris, rabbi, paid the attorney $60,000, but paid the siblings nothing, and said, well, yeah, because we sold the property for $80,000. It was worth $1 million, but we sold it for $80,000. And one sibling had the nerve to file a complaint with the probate court, return property wrongfully taken from the trust. Well, see, we had to spend all this money because he protested that we bankrupt the trust, and now we don't have any money to give them. So they're starving and living in the street. But Yehuda Ferris continues to live in his $6 million mansion, and pays his lawyers $60,000